Thank you. All right, so just to go ahead so that, in the interest of time, I want to just know, I want to know all of you like intimately and personally, but I just also want to use this time to share a bit more of what the Voices program is. So welcome again to the Women's Tribe Interest Meeting. Today I will be sharing, let's see, I will be sharing about the Voices program and just very briefly letting you guys know what some of our needs are. And so I'll just start by saying this term Voices came out of the gender-specific curriculum that we are using for our program, which is called Voices. And so it is a gender-responsive program for empowerment, self-discovery, and transformation. So this program, it functions on a very holistic and wraparound and collaborative model of change, which also makes this Women's Tribe a very natural inclination. Because what collaborative model of change means is that we don't believe that just working directly with the individual itself is going to create change. We have to work with the systems around the individual, where the systems can also contribute to the change in the individual. So that's where you are here as well for that. We're gender responsive, we're trauma informed, we're empowerment and strengths focused, and we are an evidence-based program. So these are the 3 levels of work that we do, and it's also in the brochure that I uploaded to the chat earlier. But basically what happens is that we have the group activities, we have the individual activities, and we have the systems macro level activities. The group activities, basically we have a Voices curriculum, which is 18, 90-minute sessions that are done either face-to-face or online. And these topics cover self-esteem, so knowing yourself, about trauma, about connecting with others, healthy living, and the journey ahead. And also we have 2 employment readiness sessions offered to our girls so that they can get prepared for employment as well. Knowing what's out there. We partner with Goodwill right now to provide those sessions. And we also offered at least 2 family workshops so that families can also be involved in the work that we do. Now, anyone who's at risk of juvenile justice involvement can participate in these group sessions. But not everyone will be moved to the wraparound case management, right? So what we do is that for any of the girls that we get, if they are assigned as high risk, or if they live in any one of these zip codes here that are on the screen, they will automatically be offered the opportunity to be in the wraparound case management program. And so in this wraparound case management program, we actually follow up with them for 6 to 12 months. And during those times, we try to find mentors for them. We try to engage them in some form of service. So it could be therapy, it could be a trade they learn, or employment, or a hobby, or something that is able to connect them with the larger society. And so we actually work with probation officers. We work with whoever refers them in a collaborative process. So we're really like a care team as we work with them. And so we think of transition and re-entry planning with both individual and family. And so, this mentoring match that we're doing, we work with Mentoring Plus, where, we'll have these girls that are in our caseload matched to a mentor. A mentor works with them for a year. And what's required of them is just 4 hours a month. So it's not a lot of time, just 4 hours a month. And you could be that protective factor for a youth who needs someone to journey with them through these really tough situations they're facing. So, we also have systems macro level work. So some things that we do is that we train correctional officers. We offer them mental health first aid courses 3 times a year. We have trauma informed vicarious training. So these are secondary trauma trainings. It's going to happen at 2 p.m. today. I'm doing the training today. And it's really to help probation officers be the best officer they can be, and so we do that. And then we also do labor and human trafficking training. So teaching them about human trafficking. I think a lot of our girls are involved in human trafficking or are at risk of being involved in human trafficking. And if you're not familiar with that, a big part of that is just really the idea that these preys, right, have become really pro at knowing how to get our girls. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, I forgot the other one where they dance, and TikTok. And so these are all the ways in which they're getting our girls now. So we have to educate them on how to prevent that as well. We also do monthly check-ins, and we meet with the people who refer to us, and we help them be, like in this care team, we definitely do a partnership thing. And then also we have an advisory council. So we actually partner with multiple agencies that are in Houston that they're coming together and, just provide input and support in breaking down some of these systemic barriers that our girls face. And I literally just saw one of our advisory council members come on board. Thank you for coming on, Georgetta. Georgetta works for the Harris Center for Mental Health and IDD, and she's in one of our members of our advisory council. And so, yeah, this is it's a quarterly meeting that we have, but we believe in the systems work. We believe in the community being that model of change for our girls. And so just going on to like, what are some of the program needs we have? So just hearing from all of you earlier, so some of the things that the girls really need are training and trade courses. A lot of them have either dropped out of school or they're just struggling, to just get their GED, and they are very interested to work, but they don't have the opportunity to take some of these courses. So right now we are on a search for a cosmetology course for one of our girls who's really very high risk, but she has expressed she wants to do cosmetology. And that's an area, if anybody knows, where, a cosmetology course can be obtained at an affordable cost or at a scholarship price, or if you want to sponsor a girl to take the course, that's an area that we can work on together. Employment and internship opportunities. So maybe you're a business owner or you work in an industry that could allow some of these girls to have like a job. I think, as you know, employment is a protective factor for a lot of our girls because they get to earn their own money and they get engaged in like 8 hours or a day where they don't do other things, right? And also, being employed really just means you have to be substance use free, right? So that's another area a lot of our girls struggle with. Substance abuse is a big part of their coping mechanisms. But, if they want to be employed, a lot of these employment agencies require you to go to a check, to make sure that you are clean and clear. And so sometimes that is also one of the areas that is a protective factor for them. Now, field trips. So, we really want to be able to take our girls out to experience different things. So as what Regina talked about just now, there is an upcoming production by one of our very own Women Tribe members, Dr. Nicole Kinley. She is the theater producer for the show What Women Have to Say. And Regina has very kindly underwritten tickets for our girls to go to that film. And just looking at just the way in which we can expose our girls to what's out there really helps them to expand their existing circles, expand their existing exposure to see what they could do beyond their immediate circles. Now, Dr. Nicole is also coming to our current Power Up camp. Actually, she's coming tomorrow to do sessions with the girls on how they can find their voice. And so, yeah, that's a way that we found Nicole's skills and talents as a theater producer comes into play with supporting our girls, right? And then mentoring, I just cannot emphasize this more. Research really shows that a supportive adult, a supportive pro-social adult can really turn the course for a young person. And why? There are many reasons why. A lot of times people learn their values and the beliefs, their moral compass from their parents, their families, and their adults in their lives. But a lot of our girls do not have stable families. They do not have parents who are able to be attuned with them. So what happens is that they turn to other people to get their moral compass, to get their ideas, to get understand their values and all of that. So if there are no pro-social adults in their lives, they tend to turn to anti-social communities to find those bearings. And so by providing pro-social adults, we see that a lot of our young people actually start to gain new skills of interacting well, new skills of learning through role modeling, so mentorship is just a really important aspect. We have Ms. Tranel here who is, in the mentoring program, and I'll put up the Google sheet again. If you want to sign up for that, if you go to the links tab, you can see a sign up sheet for a application form for being a mentor as well. We also are looking for community service options. So even if you're working at the food bank or anywhere else that you can offer community service options for them to experience ways to give back. We call them esteemable acts, right? When they are able to do give back kind of activities, they tend to see how they can feel like they're contributing back to society. college readiness. So part of college readiness is also like, say you have a graduating senior going in from high school and she's going to college, and how navigating college can be so hard, having them to be ready for that, or exposing them to taking them on a college tour and things like that. Or even if you want to sponsor a HBCU college trips in the US, we could work things out, if that's an interest of yours. And then general women empowerment activities, financial coaching. I think as an adult, we've all kind of like realized that we all have different relationships with money, and we all save differently. We all use money differently, but young people just don't know what it takes to build their pockets. And so some of them want to be entrepreneurs, but they don't have the skills to know how to keep the books. And so I think just having them learning about savings and budgeting is an area that we thought about. And then incentives as well. So to have our young women participate in our program, we often have to give them incentives, but we don't have that budget to be able to do that. So we actually, sometimes do Amazon wish lists, right? Like, and we send it to our networks. This is the wish list of our kids. Do you want to get them gifts? Or, if you want to just donate gift cards, like, Sephora gift card or anything that you think young women like. A lot of them like makeup, but if you see like food, DoorDash gift cards, whatever gift cards that can be used towards encouraging them to hit milestones, right? Like, let's say they do, like they get a job and they stay in the job for a month. That's something worth celebrating. Then we can give them a gift card to say, you did great today. Like, you did great by doing this. So that's an area. And then gift baskets as well. So one of the things we just started, and thanks to Regina and Primary Services for sponsoring the first gift basket to one of our girls. Miss Melly actually put together a wonderful looking gift basket that had all the girls' favorite things in there for her birthday. And, she delivered it to the girls' home. It was just beautiful that we were able to bring cheer and joy. A lot of our girls don't have birthday celebrations. They've never felt celebrated because they've always been looked at like they are trouble. And so it's something else to help them feel like they are somebody. And that's how we want to try and do it, to recognize them on their birthday. So if you are interested to contribute to birthday baskets, that's an area you can put down as part of volunteering. And then special skills or talent. So if you have any special skill or talent, like, technology is a special talent, and you want to teach something, or you want to take in someone under your wing to observe you want to let people shadow your work, that's really a great area. Then, of course, we have, a way in which if you want to just donate money, we can use that towards, meeting any of these needs over here. So we can use that money to take them on field trips, use that money to provide incentives. So that we also have a donation link for that. And so, these are just all the links that you can join, and I will put them all in the chat, but also it's on the Google Docs that I'm putting up there that you have access to anytime. Join the GroupMe, because the GroupMe is the first place I actually put all our needs. Like, let's say something is coming up and we need to meet a need. We put it up there. We have a Facebook group that I'll also put information on. The Instagram page actually has even our own girls join the Voices CH Instagram page. So we actually post a lot of inspiring, encouraging messages there. And that's just a place to grow the community, right? And so we have that donation link as well. We have a mentoring form as well, and the Change Happens volunteering form as well. So this is kind of like just a presentation. This is my number, my email address, my email, whatever you need from me. I'm going to be there to just help you through this process of finding ways in which you can contribute to this network and grow this network as well. And so I'm just going to open this time for questions, and I'll be sure to put the links on the chat for you as well. All right, so are there any questions? Please ask, and let's talk about it. We have 15 minutes to go.
I just wanted to say thank you. It's a beautiful program. And I also wanted to call out Melly, who's on this call, because when she put together that basket, and she was so inspired that the company did not sponsor, but Melly and her boyfriend did. So she did it from start to finish, and I just want to shout out that I was inspired by that. Thank you, Melly.
Thank you. Well, it was really, like you said, it was very inspiring. I'll introduce myself. I'm Melly. I'm administrative receptionist here at Primary Services. I also wear many hats besides that. And I've gotten the huge opportunity to work with Change Happens before during the holiday seasons. And so my heart is definitely with these, young women. And I've just been touched since the very beginning with this mission. And I just wanted you to know as well that this particular basket was made by me and my mom. And we both were inspired to pay it forward in a sense, and also just keep going, you know? So thank you. Thank you for everything.
No, thank you. Yes, indeed. And you know, Melly and Regina really started the way forward is to help us see how networks come into play. You know, we cannot do this work alone. We're not able to do this work alone. And we really need the hands and the feet and the heart and the minds of all these wonderful women here to come together to be able to support our young women. Up to date, we have served 56 young women. We target 72 a year this year, and then next year from October to the following September, we target 96 girls. So just thinking about the sheer numbers that we would be able to work with gives you an idea of like how much help we're going to need, right? And so if you could just let us know how you want to support us, please do so. I am, like I mentioned, I've created this Google Docs right here, and I'm sharing that again because if you want to keep this link and share it with your networks, that's really how we can grow this network, right? Just have people sign up with their Google Docs link, write your contact information there. And, we have the links there. If you want to already start your process of being a mentor, there's a mentoring form there. If you want to just be a volunteer in any of these other areas, we have a regular volunteering form that you can fill up, and it's also on the links. We have a donation link, if you wanted to donate to us, and this money goes directly to our girls. Just so many areas that, you could support us. So please, if you have any questions, this is the time to ask.
And I just wanted to add that the Mentoring Plus program and Voices pretty much work closely together. The young ladies from Voices are referred to our Mentoring Plus program to receive one-on-one mentoring. So if anybody is interested in mentoring one-on-one, or you know anyone interested in mentoring one-on-one, please let us know so that we can provide these ladies with a caring individual that they could have to themselves to help guide them and navigate this thing called life that can be very difficult for young people. So please even consider mentoring, or again, one of the many other ways that you can get involved.
Well, thank you for that, Ms. Tranel. I have a question. So as Ms. Tranel and I have already talked about the one-on-one mentoring, however, is there an opportunity or platform for group, because I'm a coach, I'm a life coach in training, is there an opportunity for group mentoring or coaching?
Absolutely. So one of the things that I am working towards right now is that, we want to be able to create a leadership program. So the girls who have been through our program, we now invite them to join our Voices Youth Advisory Council, where we want to train them to be able to be youth leaders for other girls. So it's just like peer leaders. And right. That group is really in its development stage. But if you're interested to group mentor this group, I am more than happy to work with you on that. And so what I want to do with this group really is to just build their skills so that they can be leaders in their own time, in their own way. Organize future events. So like, for example, one of the events that I'm really trying to do is to do a big photography event. And so I want to be able to have girls dress up in business clothes like us, and take photos of themselves, hold up empowering signs that says, I am empowered, or I can push through, or, just empowering signs. And so that, like, I wanted to have a professional photographer. I wanted to get a professional makeup artist. Obviously, everyone I'm thinking about is all volunteers, right? But, I want to be able to do that. And if you're interested to help them through events like that, or, creating like empowering women events, this is really a place to do that. So
That would be perfect.
yeah, so write that down. If you want to do group mentoring, write that down in the needs list, or how you want to contribute. And I'll follow up with you. And even Jessica, if you want to do group mentorships, that's fine as well. We also, as we do our groups in cycles. So we have a cycle of like 8 to 12 girls at any one time. And we have our group facilitators that do the curriculum. And what I can do with group mentorships is that I can invite you to come in to get to know the girls periodically through that cycle. And then we actually have final celebrations for each group cycle, where we invite the parents and the probation officers to come to that final celebration. That's where you could come and, be offering that. We really try to do individual mentorships though, because group mentorships sometimes get lost. Kids just skirt out because they're not like individually engaged. But, the Youth Advisory Council is one place for sure that you can contribute in. I always say when you start individually, it's going to blow your mind, man. It's going to speak to you as much as it would speak to them. You're going to learn so much more about the youth of today that it's going to transform your life as well, Are there speakers set up to meet at church youth ministry? Are there speakers set up to meet at church? I'm not sure I understand that. If you could talk a bit more, Latasha, what does that mean? I'm not sure we can hear you. Maybe there's something wrong with the audio.
Well, while we're waiting, I do want to add as well that with the mentoring, I think it's so crucial, even more so now with the pandemic and the issues that the youth are experiencing dealing with this. Just think, as adults, it's been pretty difficult for us. So imagine how difficult it is for many of these young people, the struggles that additional struggles that they're going through at this time. So I think now is even more so a need to provide these youth with mentoring, whether it be group or individual, with this climate that we're currently in.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. I did want to touch up on the project you had in mind of a photo shoot. I was talking to Melly here in the office about, it is time for, almost right around the corner, which is mind blowing to me, to go back to school, right? So, a lot of, I've had this passion to do an outreach of haircuts, for the community. And it will kind of align with what you were speaking on of the event. We could do something, of course, with the ladies, with the young women. But did you have like a date or projected time? Because I think it would be great, before they go back to school, that we can, give them a haircut, build them up. Especially like also like the young moms maybe offer to their children to come in and get haircuts.
Yeah, so we have about 20 over girls right now signed up for a Power Up Camp that ends next Thursday. And we're hoping that we will meet their parents next Thursday. And so if you have a flyer for it, if you can create a flyer to just say to promote it or something like that, what I could do is I could have that on our resource booth and let the girls know about it, so that if they are interested to do it, like they can contact you. So
Great,
that's a
great.
way that we can go ahead to do that for sure.
Okay,
Um,
wonderful.
Another, yeah, I appreciate you bringing that up for sure. I was actually thinking for the theater production, I really want the girls to feel special going into that theater. And I was thinking about like potentially even doing like the photography event like on that day that they're going, because they could like
That'd be
dress up,
nice.
they could take
Mhm.
like have makeup done, they could take photos of themselves, and they could go to this big event that they are invited to. So the Voices program is also one of the, like, it's going to be mentioned in the curtain call. So we are going to be there and have a booth out there at Match Theater as well. And so just making them feel special, of going to an event like that. So that was an idea I had. So I'm just going to see how I'm going to make that work. I am looking to collect business outfits. If you have anyone who wants to make donations of that, that's a way to like also write in, something like that, because I am doing that like right now, pulling together different sizes, different outfits that they can try on and feel, good about themselves. If you feel like there's one way in which you want to take them shopping to like a professional like suits, so I don't know what you call them, like a Ross or whatever, that they can go try out like professional business, like nice outfits, that is another way, we could also do that. So we can make it work in many ways. And please go ahead and write your what you want to do inside the Google Sheet, so I can keep tabs of how you want to contribute. If you want to say like photography event or like the makeup, whatever event, you can write it there as well. And then I'll follow up with you separately. Yes, Georgetta, thank you for sharing that. I definitely think if you have stuff to donate, we can make that arrangement.
So let me ask you a question. So since Jessica brought that up, so have you all thought about maybe, because it is a production, having a red carpet event and have them come in on a red carpet, even with their makeup and all the.
Oh my gosh, Georgina, that would be so cool, right?
Yeah, I love it. I think yeah, that's awesome.
Can we talk to Nicole about that? Oh my goodness, that would be so awesome. I'll see you tomorrow.
I would love to
and I'll
participate on whatever that committee is. I'm also a former professional model, and I'm big on image and helping young women understand what their vision is of themselves. And so I'm a little excited now because y'all started talking. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, I'm with you. I did pageants for a long time, and that's why I felt like
I would love to participate with that.
Yes. Okay. So keep yourselves free August 29th. It's a 2 p.m. matinee show. So keep yourself free on that day so we can organize something. Okay. But I love the red carpet thing. And I think that is going to be awesome. So yes. And if you guys know professional photographers who want to come and like contribute as well to take photos of the girls, I'm still looking for them. So please let us know if you can find anyone. I do have to go in 2 minutes because I am running a secondary trauma training in 2 minutes. But I wanted to let everybody know that if you have some formals to donate for the red carpet, yes, maybe Jessica and Dr. Stevens, we can combine together and start another thread of like planning this together. And, we can figure a way out on how to get these outfits together and, get the girls ready for this red carpet. So I am so stoked just hearing some ideas y'all might have. I hope that all of you see that everyone has a part to play. Everyone has a role that you can contribute in. Everyone has an opportunity to give back. And so I will do my utmost best to find that opportunity for you in whatever way you decide or whatever way you discuss. And, just keep me informed. I would like to encourage you, if you want to start volunteering with our girls, to go ahead and go into the Google Docs and sign up on that official volunteer form, because Ms. Tranel will need to have your official volunteer form to kind of help process this, because we work with minors and we need to make sure that, you are in the right process of doing these things with them. So so please go ahead, share that Google Docs with anybody you need, share the group me. I'm not, I can approve once you share with them, I can approve them to be part of it. And just be connected to this community. You are all part of the Women's Tribe. So, if you want to talk about it with other people, go ahead and do that. I have this recording that I can send to all of you, and we can take it from there.
And Latasha, her mic wasn't working, but I will connect with her and find out exactly what she was asking, and I'll get back with you on that, Sajida.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So,
And-
yeah,
And I just want to say I have a good friend from a ministry that I work involved with called Anna's Ministries. And so she's representing them, and I'll connect with some others in that group as well.
that's wonderful. See, I love this, and I have to go now, but I love all of you for being here today and wanting to contribute back to girls. And so, yes, this is amazing.
you.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you,
everybody.
Have a
Thank
great
you.
one.
Yeah,
Thank you,
all as
ladies, for
well.
coming on.